Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Life Isha and this is Blessing. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Now, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please help us subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button. If you're watching us from YouTube, if you're watching us on Facebook, please like our page, follow our page so that you can get the video once we upload it. All right, so I want to talk about the accusation by Queen Benson of Dr. Alaska Obi. Now, this story has been going around, been viral throughout today, but I didn't want to talk about it until I get my facts right and I know what was going on. So now I've gotten all the story. I've tried to read people's comments, listen to what she has to say, listen to Ubi's response and his interview with Dr. Alaska. And I want us to talk about this because we all know that rape is not something that we should even in any way take as nothing. If someone accuses someone of rape, we talk about it, we try to discuss it. So when I had this story, I did not want to rush it. I want to know what actually happened. But as the case has developed, let's talk about it in this channel. So join me as we talk about this rape case by Queen Benson. What really happened? What is the conclusion? What can we draw from what we have seen and the evidence we have in front of us? What actually happened? Let's talk about this. All right, guys. Hi. If you don't know this story, so this is a girl, and I'll play the video that she actually made public. She accused this doctor. So I'm going to show you the doctor's face. She accused this doctor of raping her in a hotel somewhere in Abuja. And I'm not going to be the one to tell the story. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to allow her to tell the story of what she said happens to her, okay? And then we'll talk about this. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Yeah. So that you can actually, on your own, make up your mind what happened. Let's talk about this. So this is her talking about what she said happened to her. All right, so I know you guys didn't see her video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you her video and her talking. I'm not hiding her face. I just wanted you to hear what she had to say. So now watch the video yourself. Let me show you the video now. All right, guys. So that is the lady in question, Queen. I'm going to stop sharing now and let's talk about what she just said now. So she says she's in a hotel room on the ninth floor and that she needed justice, okay? And she had a lot of blog posts where she told us what I said actually happened. So let me just bring up her blog post. So she said she has finally found the picture of the man that she said raped her, and his name is Obi, Alaska Obi. And she was saying, let me just read what she's. I found a picture finally. You move on from the pit of hell. But I think you can take advantage of me, Lolo. I told her I won't let it slide, but you thought I was joking. So I made this. Okay, from her comment. I mean, I don't know why I'll be using laughing out loud if I was raped and talking about I won't let it slide. Okay, now from when I read her first blog message, I was like, how can somebody be using laughing out loud when you are raped? And talking about won't let it slide, I will be calling you a rapist. You are crazy. You raped me. My her tone of voice could have been. I'm not saying she wasn't raped. Get me, but when I saw this, the first time I saw her post, it got me like, what is she talking about here? What her tone of voice didn't really sound, as if she was really serious. Laughing out loud when you are raped, and let me show you her other post. I cried, I kept crying. I went to start, but Anuba picked me from the airport, and she said she was crying, yeah, but I don't really get you're raped, okay, and you are crying. Now she stayed at you went to a bar. Do you understand? You were crying, you were raped, and you went to a bar and you stayed there on your own for 3 a.m. You were scared and you went to a bar. I don't get it. You are raped, you go to the police. You are raped, you go to a friend's house. You are raped, you go somewhere, go to a church, go to, not go to a bar. Go to a bar, you're going to be with strangers, with people you don't know. So was bar the right place to go when you are raped? I don't know. This story, when I read it, I was like, okay, what is going on here? What is happening? What is the truth behind this story? And then she also said something else. Okay, she talked about the fact that this has happened a couple of times. This thing has happened a couple of times. But it didn't happen to you. It's people coming out to say that this guy did the same thing, or but not happening to you, unless you're telling us that two of you have slept before and he has done the same thing. Then it kind of like, I don't know, this story is somehow, but that was what she said, and that was her story, her blog. Humans are evil. I'm already very shameless, so I don't care. Now you're a rape victim, and you're talking about being shameless and don't care. I almost died yesterday. Medical doctor with an evil mind. See, an evil mind. Call it, if it was rape. Call it what I. He raped me. He raped me. He did this to me. Call it what it is. This is just human beings are evil. I'm already shameless. Why are you talking about you being shameless? You're not shameless if you are raped. He raped you. Do you understand? So the tone of her voice, what she was writing, I kind of like wondered what was going on when I saw it this morning. And when I saw the news, I was like, okay, even though we did blog it on our news website, people talked about it, we carried on our Twitter, but I didn't want to put my mouth into it until I find out what is going on, what was happening, what happened between Alaska Obi and this woman, okay? What actually happened? Because we're very easy to start shouting rape, 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 and I'm one of those that, when I hear rape, I want to talk about it, because I feel no woman should pass through any atom of molestation. It should not happen to anybody. So yes, but this story, when I saw it, I couldn't just talk about it. I needed to know what was going on. So, and then she went ahead to, I'm going to show you more of how what she said. I'm calling out to someone today on my social media platform. Yeah, we'll all sit and watch the drama. Humans are evil. Okay. All right. So, you see what? Yeah, rape should not be trivialized. Okay, rape should be called what it is. Rape. If you have a problem with someone or a transaction with someone, call it what it is. But when you talk about, you all sit and watch the drama. Humans are evil. I'm really shameless. I don't care. I'm almost dead. I'm like, you're not saying he raped you. You're saying something else, something coded. Do you understand? You're gonna watch down and see. He's making it like a drama. I know you're a singer and a musician, but if this guy raped you, should have come out to us, he raped you, should have named it how what happened, but you didn't say that. You're blogging, and then we're wondering what happened. All right, so, and then she started talking about, please tell my mom I'm sorry. Suicidal. I just couldn't get the story. At first, I couldn't get it. I mean, I don't know what happened to her. It's her story to tell. But after she posted this, Nigerians, and the way we react to things, and people start talking and all those stuff. But what interests me was the lady that actually came up to, also another unknown lady that came up to also talk about this Alaska Obi. Okay, so another person said that she has had an encounter with this Alaska Obi, and I'm going to play this person's video because this story is like somehow. So let me play the unknown lady that came out and also accused Alaska Obi of molestation. Let's see. All right, so where is her? Okay, listen to this.
So I just needed to say something because I knew his time was coming, and it finally has come, and he needs to be called out for this nonsense that he does.
Okay. So what happened
So
to you?
2 years ago, they sent my bag from the east, from Enugu to Alaska, because he was driving from Enugu, and I asked someone to send.
Who is Alaska? The same guy. His name is Alaska.
The same guy that you're on live with. So I went. Then he was living in Asoko, somewhere in Asoko, yeah. And I went to get the bags from him. He locked his house. He had a maid washing clothes for him that came in at the taxi, and had the security man close to a hospital. This guy locked his house and instead I wasn't going to leave. There was so in the case of this girl, he claimed it was the hotel room and she was high. I wasn't high. This was early in the morning. I'd gone to his house to get my bags, and he locked the house. And the lady was hearing me scream for help. The lady that was washing for him, and the lady acted like she didn't even hear any noise. I think this is what he does. They've gotten so used to it that they act like nothing happened. And this idiot did what he did, and he started kneeling down and begging me and asking for forgiveness. Lo and behold, he disappeared. I went to the police. They said they couldn't get hold of him. Last year, I was in a meeting in transport. I can testify, like I had people that were even there. I caused a thing in transport. So it was me and people from my office. They were older men, outer men. And all of a sudden, this guy just walks past me. I started screaming. I was like, that's the guy. That's the guy. He disappeared. He ran away. I caused a thing that like the lounge downstairs, where to have tea and stuff. He disappeared. I haven't seen him up until today. So I'm very sure that guy is going to see the rapist. That's what he does. I haven't been able to get hold of this guy. And I know people that can testify. I know people that I reported him, and I have friends that knew what had happened. The thing that happened in transport, I have people that can actually call to bear me witness. And he called afterwards to apologize. Oh, I thought God had this, that. So I'm sure that girl is saying the truth.
Wow. All right. So what do you want to do?
So if this guy's going to question, I can testify on if she wants to go ahead because Nigerian police don't take this thing serious. So if she's ready to testify, I will stand in court with her as a witness because I will definitely do whatever I need to do because he needs to be called out.
All right. Wow.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop sharing now because okay, so let's look at this woman is also saying that the Obi Alaska did the same thing, but her story is a little bit different because Queen went to his hotel room. Queen, met up with him, and I'm going to show you what the Alaska boy said later, okay? But when this woman says that she's going to be a witness to what? You were not there. You don't know what happened between him and Queen. Maybe this guy is a dog. Maybe this guy, goes after women. Maybe this guy is a rapist. We don't know. But what we're talking about, you cannot use your case for another person's case. Why do you, like she said she went to the police, and the police was looking for him. The guy ran away. like this is like 3 years now. And this guy, you know where he lives. Nigerian police, we don't know the story, okay? To be frank, I don't know the story. That is her own personal story. It could be true, but this is a different case altogether. You saying that you're going to be a witness? What witness? That he has raped you? That is your case. You did not, with all the rape cases that we've been talking about in Nigeria for how many years now, and asking people to come out and talk about their personal experience. You did not come out. Now, this case, you are coming out. But were you there when they did the transaction? Were you there when they did the rape? You can't testify on this particular case because it's not your case. Your case is a different case altogether. But let's even say that, okay, it happened. Okay, yes, your case, that one happened. You really need to take him to court. It has to be your case with him. You have to be the one to initiate the case against him, not Queen. This Queen Benson transaction or case is a different thing. But a lot of women have come out. They've come out to talk about this guy trying to rape them, or the guy not, trying to force himself on them. It could be true that this guy actually is a he likes prostitute, or he likes girls, or he cannot hold his pants. It is possible. We don't know. We don't know the whole story. We're not there when all these things are happening. But when somebody is always being a rapist, something is wrong somewhere. Either this guy is paying a shower, or this guy is sleeping with a lot of women. This guy does not respect his home. Something is going wrong somewhere, okay? But let's talk about this particular case, because sometimes, yeah, we bring up another case when something is happening. Let's discuss this case. I think every woman that this guy has actually raped or has dealing with that is wrong needs to report this guy to the police. While we are trying to trash him and Queen Benson's case, other women should start coming out and taking him to police. Maybe we'll find out if he has been raping almost a lot of people in Abuja. We don't know. But let's talk about this case with Benson, Queen Benson. So after all these things has happened, after the women came out, and Ubi now, that's the kind of story he likes carrying in his interview. The man decided to come out and state his own side of the story, because I believe that in this particular case, he's a doctor. He's somebody that is working in a field that's reputable. He might lose some clients, so he had to come out and state his own part of the story. So before we start stoning this man, let's hear his own part of the story. So I'm going to share my screen again while we watch what the doctor said actually happened. All right, so let's see.
The said girl, I've known her since this year. I met her this year actually. So we exchanged numbers. We've been friends on social media, Snapchat and co. So she's been. So there was one time there was a party in Abuja. She said I invited her to come for the party. She said I should pay for her flights and she pay for her flights and book a hotel for her, and I'm supposed to give her money too. So I waved that one off. I didn't talk to her after then. So recently she told me she was coming to Abuja, but that she had something that she wants to move to Abuja. She wants to rent a place. Yeah. So when she came, she was in one other hotel like that. I don't know the hotel. So I told her, since she's in Abuja now, let's link up. Let's have lunch or dinner. Yeah. She now said, okay, dinner is fine. So the following day, she moved into Hilton. So she said, so I texted her. I said, what time would be convenient for you for dinner? She said 8 is fine. So she moved. I went to the Hilton to meet her for the breakfast. So we went to the executive. That was on the 10th. The Hilton was when? Hilton. She moved to Hilton again day before yesterday. Okay. Yeah. So we went to the executive floor for dinner. Okay. So so after dinner, we went down to the casino together. I was playing casino. She said she's interested too. I put money for her. I told her to play. So on the process, her manager called her or something, so she left. So before then, I was telling her that. Oh, her manager. What does she do? She's a singer. Okay. Yeah, so she said she wanted us to. So I told her that me, I wanted to have sex with her. She now said I'm not going to do that for free. And I asked, okay, so what's involved in the thing? She told me I should pay $1,000. I told her I cannot pay 1K
Or she has
for
to pay
sex.
$1,000.
Yes.
Okay.
So I said what I can pay is 200. I cannot pay 1K. So she said no, that she's not taking it. That is poor. I said no problem. So I went to the club. So I was in the club with my friends. She messaged me. I was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at the club." She now said, "If I don't, I should. If she doesn't see me in her room in the next 5 minutes, that she's going to change her mind."
From the $200
So
back to the 1K.
no, I did agree on the 1K. So it's the 200, not $200, the 200,000.
Okay, so she initially said 200. She initially said $1,000,
Yes.
and then you offer that 200K, which is like
Yeah.
$500 or maybe about $400.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. But she refused. So I left her. She left. She went back upstairs. So later she texted me and was like I should come to like I should get to the hotel in the next 5 minutes unless she change her mind. I was with my friends then. So I showed my friends. I was like, see that girl, because my friends we had dinner with my friends at the club. So my friends knew already what was going on. So I told them, the girl said I should come for the 200. So I rushed. I had to rush back to the hotel. So when I got there, she was drinking and smoking. She was drinking rubies and smoking already, smoking kush. So we got down, we started having sex. So after the sex, I told her that me, I didn't want her to go. That I wanted her to stay one more night. She now said, unless I have to book her room. I said that's not a problem. So like I have points now, so I had to book the room in front of her with my points, and I put her as the additional guest of the hotel.
Okay.
But I had to use my name because I'm a diamond member at the Hilton.
Okay.
So so I showed her the booking. I told her this is it and this is your name. She because I asked her name, she told me. So I told her this is the booking. So tomorrow you could just go and check into the room. That they'll have to check you out because she was in the standard room. So I told her that what will happen is because of that, they upgrade her to something better, maybe a royal room or something.
Yeah.
So I now told her that I was going to transfer 100,000. Then the following day, when I come back, I'll send the remaining money to her. She now said, oh, okay. So, truth be told, I didn't do the transfer.
Okay. So, the problem is before we got on this live, right?
Yeah.
I saw the chat exchange uh, between yourself and uh, I saw the chat exchange between yourself and the lady, right? And
Mm.
while I was reading the chat,
Okay, guys. So now you've heard the part of the. I mean, this story is like, sometimes a story comes up, a news comes up. Please, we don't really need to jump into it until we'll hear both sides of the story. So, from what the doctor is saying, is a business transaction. Um, he didn't keep. He admitted he didn't keep to his part of the business transaction. He admitted that. So Ubi was talking about the chat between the doctor and the girl. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see the chat properly. I'm going to show you the chat. Okay. Oh, I don't think you might see it. If you go to my news website, you might see it properly. We have already posted it. Um, so basically, from the chat, which we have posted already on the news website, it was a business transaction. Okay. So unless this chat is fake, which we don't think it is because Ubi talked about it, I hope I don't know if you guys can see the chat properly. It was about him saying he was going to pay money and he did not pay the money, and she was going to call him out and she was going to make an allegation. That was what the chat was all about. And basically, she did the allegation, and this is what is happening. Uh, you know what? Yeah. Um, I don't know who this doctor is, but from the look of things, this is his normal way of life. Okay, so this is what that's how he lives. So people don't think this story adds up. That's what everybody's talking about, okay? Because um, it, it wasn't his hotel room; it was her hotel room. He came to her hotel room, and from what we can get, it even from when she started telling the story, it didn't add up. I'm not going to say she wasn't raped, but what we have seen, the evidence we have seen so far, one night, that's like 1K for a night. Ha, Jesus Christ. Man, these people are doing a shower. Okay, so basically, that's the two side of the story being told. She told her own part of the story. Doctor told his own side of the story. Another person is accusing doctor. But what do you guys think? Because at the end of the day, is what we think that is what we think. Okay, Nigerians are actually calling this lady out and saying like, okay, so they have a business transaction, it didn't work out, and it's on social media. What do you guys think? You know what? Yeah, for me personally, I have come to understand that some of these celebrities and all these, people that show us flashy, flashy cars and houses and, you know, make you feel as if like you have not achieved anything. It's either they are doing something, either they're into ritual, the girls are into a shower, selling their body. We don't have to envy anybody. Now, I'm not saying that's what this girl did or what she does. I'm not going to shame her or start saying that she wasn't raped. I don't know. I wasn't there. But if we're going to base it based on the interview that we've seen and the transaction and the WhatsApp transaction that we read between both of them, it was a pure business transaction that went wrong. The guy should have paid this girl, and then we will not be hearing about this their dirty linen. And the girl could have used her money to go and buy, is it bone hair or straight hair or bone straight? I don't even know what they call it. Or she would have shown us her Benz because she has gone to Abuja from Eco Hilton to Transcorp Hilton. The kind of life that people live. Anyway, Sha, that is the story. That was what happened. That was what went down. And basically, we are now being told about a transaction that actually went down. Like it went down. If this man had paid this money to this woman, we'll not be hearing about this thing at all. They will just be hearing one person. Maybe tomorrow now she'll show us one Benz that she has landed a Benz, and that's what we'll be hearing. Um, Social media is a crazy place. I'm telling you. Social media wealth and riches that's being shown on social media is a crazy place. Can you imagine this doctor has his own claw. Oh, Jesus Christ. He has his own special room in Hilton. He has his points. That means he's a regular, person. He comes there almost every time for him to have an executive room for himself. This is life, and he thinks he's alive. He's living a life. And on Sunday he will go to church. He might even be one pastor or one deaconess or one, with a kind of society that we live in, with a kind of church. And on every street we still see this kind of decaying life going on. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring this to you. Who do we believe? Do we believe the doctor's version of the story, or do we believe Queen Benson version of the story? Or should me and you just ignore them, let them kukuma say whatever they want to say? I think there is something wrong with this story. I don't believe, and both of them, they know themselves. They should not bring it to our table. For me, to be frank with you. And why this thing got me angry is because at the end of the day, there are actually real rape victims out there. There are actually women who are being raped, and they are the ones that this kind of story affects, because when they now say that they've been raped, some people will not believe them because of people that have done transaction and the transaction has gone wrong. And you now accuse the man of raping you. And now next time when the real rape happens, people will not believe them. It's just a transaction gone wrong from what we can see. That's my take on this story. I don't know what you guys think. That's what I feel. I'm not body shaming her. I'm not rape shaming her or victim shaming her. I'm looking at what we saw based on the WhatsApp message and what has happened, and listening to what the doctor said and what she said, uh, and what she has even written. Her write up, her WhatsApp, her blogging was not. If somebody has been raped, there's a way you will write. You will call it what she never called it rape. She's just talking about, I don't know. That's my take on this story. I don't know what you guys think. Just drop your comments and what do you guys think? Okay, if you guys think I'm wrong, just say it. What do you guys think? And if you're a rape victim or someone that has passed through rape, you know what? Your story is important. Your pain is important. And I know that when you see this kind of story where people are actually using business transaction and calling it that's gone wrong and calling it, I know you are angry, but please just know that your pain is real and what happened to you is real. These people are just joking with issue that is very important to society, an issue that we need to be talking about in Africa. And somebody is using it as a trivial topic or something to cloth. I don't know. That's how I feel. That's my own opinion of this. I might be wrong, but that's how I feel. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Drop your comments and please, please, please help me subscribe. God bless you. Bye bye.